And here we go. They come out. Cheer them on. Alicia opens up with the opening jab.
All right, Amanda, you start the match off not quite in your range. See, now you start to back up and use your jab. This is what you got to do. You got to keep your range. See how close you are? You don't want to be there. Now you got distance. Watch you start dominating with the jab in a second. Once you get your range, you're still not in the range I want you. Not yet, not yet. Get away. Then you get some room, you get the good jab off. You're going to see how everything happens off the jab. See, in there, you're no good. Now as you back out, see you're switching back out, you've got your range, you can stick the jab. When you get too close, you notice you give up points. You give up points. But when you're out here, watch how you can stick the jab. Watch. Here it comes, here it comes. So there's the jab, see? There's the jab again. Just got to keep your range. You only come in when you put another punch behind the jab, like you want to throw a combination. Otherwise, you really don't have any business being like right in front of somebody. Okay, that's not a good place for you to be. Out there is a good place. See where your jab is effective. So you got to keep your distance and your range, man. Distance and range. Keep your head out of there. See, it is good. You only come in behind the jab, or you execute the jab from range. Once your opponent commits with their jab, if you can get by their jab and counter, you can get in. Do what you need to do, and then get out back into your jab range. See how you moved in without your jab, and you put yourself in Alicia's jab range. See, whenever you move in without your jab, bad things usually happen, especially with a smaller person like Alicia. Then you bring yourself and your head close enough to where she can get off punches and she doesn't have to extend herself. See, this is no man's land for you. So not necessarily your best round.
Alicia versus Amanda. Body shot, down low.
See how you stick that triple jab? That was good. You just got to get it. You stick a jab, you just got to learn how to bounce out of there. Stick your jab, move your head twice and bounce out. Or stick your jab and bounce out. Stick your jab, change your angle. Once you master that, see that's classic boxing. That's Muhammad Ali. I want you to review this fight. Muhammad Ali versus Cleveland Williams, and look how he dominates with the jab. See, you're sticking, but then you stay. See, you stick the jab and then you stay right there. What you have to learn how to do is stick and move. Stick and move your head, or stick and move your body. Okay? So you move your head twice after your jab, and then you bounce away, or you stick the jab, bounce away, and then move off at a different angle. Now when you turn southpaw, man, you got to get off more punches than you're currently seeing yourself do. Right now you're only getting off like a couple of punches here and there. That was a combination. And now you're just brawling on the inside, so you're setting yourself up for bad news right there when it comes to a better inside fight or a small fight. There's that beautiful jab. Look at that. And you get a beta in. See, right now, you got to go iota 21, kappa 23. You got to blast those combinations while you're in southpaw. That was good head movement right there, but right before, not the one you got hit on, but the other one. See, you came in without your jab that time, and you got caught. So every time you come in without that beautiful jab, see, that's what happens. See, you got caught by a 1-2, so that's 2 punches you gave up because you didn't come in behind your jab. Once you start coming in behind the jab, Amanda, you can avoid all of those punches. So you got a nice double jab in there. Why don't you get away? Instead of continuing, see, you put yourself in a bad position. Now you're going to give up some body shots in here and a left hook because you're too close. You know, pounding away with one hand like that on the inside is not going to get it done. You got to throw a flurry or a combination and then move off at an angle. That was that good left hook lead. But then you stay. See, what I want to see is a left hook lead and then counter pivot off to your left and away and work that jab again. Yeah, see, you got caught in that exchange coming in without your jab because she turned southpaw at the same time you did. That's good jab range. Stay on your toes. Stay on your toes. Now, remember we talked about today in session about making sure your lead foot is turned in at 45 degrees and you step forward in the toe, not flat-footed. As you can see, your lead foot oftentimes gets a little bit flat, and the toes are turned more straight ahead. this affects your ability to move on your toes and also turn into your right cross. Also notice, Amanda, how many right hands you throw without turning your wrist over. Okay, so once you start doing that, you'll be able to up your punching power. A lot of these punches you're just kind of flinging without your shoulder behind it, without your muscles in your forearm engaged.
She's picking apart with the jab. Mahogany counters with the right hand.
Dead meat. Dead meat. See how the guard is not tight? So all those punches are getting through up the middle because your elbows are out to the side, your shoulder's not engaged, you're not pinching that guard tight. Dead meat. Just remember that from session tonight. Dead meat. See, if you don't cover up after you throw, bad things happen. You usually get countered. You don't have control over your hands, thus you can't make adjustments defensively like move your blocks forward or get a lot of punching power behind your punches. Like right there, a lot of these exchanges, your power's got to be a deterrent. And this is how it's going to be fighting Shelly, only she's taller than Alicia. She's going to keep coming at you, and she's going to keep brawling. And if you don't have enough power behind that jab or that 1-2 to keep her off you, she's just going to keep coming and coming and coming. So your job is to develop enough punching power on your jab and your right cross and your left hook to be able to deter somebody like Shelly from bullying you in the ring. And you got to deter her with your power on your stiff jab and your 1-2, and then move your feet and your head to get out of danger. So you just gotta get you're in, and now you gotta get out and off at an angle. You gotta teach yourself how to get in, throw a quick combination, and then bounce out on your toes and move off at an angle. See, you stuck a good jab, but then you just gave up probably 4 or 5 points, maybe, wow, like 6, 7 points, Amanda. After you stuck a great jab, you forgot to move off, and you just put yourself on a platter for Alicia to devour you for like 6, 7 punches, 6 points. You can't give up those points. Also, too many body shots. You've got to pinch those elbows. Pinch those elbows and tell yourself, I'm not going to get hit in the ribs. Pinch your elbows in. Dead meat. You can't keep giving up those points in your body. You have to pull your elbows in and your shoulders forward. You can see your hands are not even thinking about defense right now. They're not in position to defend. So defense first. Work the jab and defense. Work the jab and defense. So elbows, and see how you can see them behind you? That means they're not in front of you, where they should be, protecting your ribs. You switch southpaw, but you didn't throw any combinations from it. And then you switch right back right-handed. You're going to go southpaw. Make sure you stay there for at least 4 or 5 combinations. Take advantage of that angle, because most people aren't going to be used to fighting a southpaw. So right there, so you got ready to switch, but you didn't do it. You got to do it and commit to a few combinations. You've got to get some range here. This is not where you want to be, Amanda. You don't want to be standing in front of somebody trading. This is not what you want. You want to switch your angle. Even if it's the last 30 seconds of the match, switch your angle. Swing step, power step, counter pivot, and then throw. Bounce out, bounce back in. Bounce around, bounce out, bounce back in. So far, you're working a good jab from the outside, and you're moving away. This is better. But if you notice, now see, when that happens next time, Amanda, I want you to yell, do not hit my fucking rib. Stop throwing the punches at my fucking rib. That's what you have to do. You have to be very, very firm in your disapproval of the shot to your ribs, which I have deemed illegal. Okay? That's off limits. Off limits to Nikki. I told her that. And I told everybody that. So she needs a reminder. Additionally, a deterrent. If I tell you to throw Alpha 3, she has no business wearing that vest, okay? She doesn't have a broken rib. It's bruised. She don't even need to have the vest on. If I tell you Alpha 3, if she throws that right cross to your ribs, you walk inside and you throw that left hook to her ribs until she feels it. Because that's the only way. There's another shot to the ribs that I told her not to do. That's the only way she's going to learn.
Ooh, body shot.
Because she obviously doesn't want to listen and doesn't care about the rib. And that's the way you got to train new fighters who don't understand discipline. But also, look how wide open you're leaving yourself in the rib. Every single time you don't pinch your elbows in, and because you don't move away, you stay right in front of your opponent, you often are right in range for that right cross to the body. So if you start moving away at an angle to your left after you jab as an orthodox fighter, that right cross to the body will never happen. See how you're moving off right now to your right as a southpaw. You're shielding the left side of your ribs away from her. See, she can't get to your ribs as a southpaw. As long as you stop her right cross, which I don't think you did right there, she doesn't have a shot against you as a southpaw. Additionally, you were a southpaw in that sequence. You didn't throw enough punches. You didn't let your hands go. So right now you're southpaw. Let's see how many combinations you got off. So far, just a jab, just a probing jab. Still haven't let your left hand go. See, if you don't let your left hand go, you already turn back right-handed. You never let your left hand go. So that's a waste of an opportunity as a southpaw. If you're southpaw and you don't let your left hand go, oh, good foot movement right there. It's just that you forgot to move your head and stay alert defensively. That was beautiful foot movement. You just were supposed to see right there. You gotta, make a lot of noise. Tell her that she's gonna do it again. She's gonna do it again within 3 seconds, and she goes again. This is just disrespectful. This is disrespectful to me. This is just completely disrespectful. No, it's not an accident at that point. It's disrespectful. But also, you got to speak up and you got to say, you can't do that. And this is right here where I would have shoved a left hook so hard in her ribs, she would have been feeling it for 6 months. Your right hand, Amanda, if you notice your right hand, you don't turn your wrist over on that punch. So a lot of those are not really deterring her or a stronger fighter from continuing to put the pressure on her. This is where you got to put your right hand behind that left jab. So now you're sticking the jab, but you're not following it with anything. And it's been a long time since I've seen your left hook. It's been a long time coming since I've seen the left hook. So this is where you need more punch variety because you're getting kind of predictable with just one punch. Finally, a right hook to the ribs. Excellent. And see how you're able to land another jab because you threw the right hook to the ribs. She started thinking about her body. So if you continue to put in a variety of punches, it will make you a much more dangerous fighter, Amanda. Much more dangerous. You want punch variety. So here you're southpaw. So far, you still haven't let the left hand go. You still haven't let it go. See, you should have exploded into a combination that involves your left hand because she's not used to the angle. In fact, finally you threw your left hand right there. And then another one. You finally got it off, but not in combinations. And then you're already back right-handed. So you have to realize when you turn southpaw, you've got to get off one of these combinations. Alpha 3, Iota 21, Kappa 23, or 12, or Beta. Okay? You have to get those combinations off as a southpaw. They're excellent combinations for a southpaw to throw because they involve your left hand. Okay? And punches coming from different angles that the right-handed fighter will not be expecting. Here you southpaw again. Imagine you throw Kappa 23, which is 2-3, 2-3B. You'd probably land 3 out of those 4 punches or more. Because you see how close your right hook is to her ribs? And every time she's jabbing, she's leaving herself open on the right side of her body. So if you were to dip down when she threw a jab and throw a right hook, you might score on that punch. Also, your jab, you're not getting a lot of power from your legs, or else it would have a little bit more authority behind it. You've got to master that stance and that dribble step, that explosive dribble step into your jab, okay? Once you establish how effective the jab is, start throwing other stuff behind it like the right hand. See, you just don't have enough power behind the right hand because you're not using your whole body behind the punch or turning your wrist over. So that punch should have sent her reeling because you had it wide open. So you got to kia and really, really throw hard on that right hand as hard as you can, okay, to get her to back up the setup of the punches.
And then a 1-2.
Chambering right here. Chambering, chambering, chambering.
Nice work. Go.
Final round between rope and two.
The more you bounce on the toes, the more effective fighter you'll be. So just a little bit more ki-ing right here, a little bit more breathing, a little bit more, energy, charisma, excitement. You're in range right there, and you're getting jabbed up, Amanda. You're getting jabbed up because you're staying in the pocket after you jab and you don't move. So there's a combination. You see, you just stand there still after you throw it. So why don't you move out of range and change your angle after every combination? You would be a lot more confusing. See, if you went, all right, you changed your angle, and so you didn't get hit. That would have been a good time to switch southpaw and come in with another combination. And then if you wanted to, you could have continued with your southpaw combinations or move out and circle the other way as an orthodox fighter. That's how you become trickier. All right? When you score and you know you get some good points, don't stand there and allow your opponent to counterpunch you and land their offense right after you finish scoring and getting ahead of them. So after you throw, see you just scored a point, why not back up, reset, and change your angle? Good. That's a good combination. Move right, and then do it again from the other side with a right hand lead. That's how you have to think. And then push it the other way, left. There's a good combination. You landed. You got to make sure you get out and don't allow them an opportunity to retaliate and get the points back. After you score some good points to the head or to the body, move, change your angle. Don't stand there and wait for her to then delete the points that you spent so much time and effort trying to get. Punch variety here. And also look at your hands, Amanda. You're not chamber tight, and they're definitely not engaged, so that when it's time for you to go to defense, your body's not ready to do so. Better than last time. Better, better, better.